The opioid crisis has taken its toll on many American lives. According to experts, in 2017, 1.7 million individuals in the U.S. were addicted to prescription painkillers, and over 650,000 suffered from heroin use disorder. With us today, Jessica Schindeldecker with the Fargo Police Department to talk about the opioid epidemic and its effects. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah,
we have talked about this in the past, but this is timely to bring it up again.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the Prescription Drug and Opiate Awareness Week, according to the White House. And it's something that is an opiate epidemic has been going around for probably about 4 years now, and it's something that still continues to plague the country. We peaked here in the Fargo area. Unfortunately, it's sad to say peak, but we kind of peaked in 2016, where we had 69 incidents affecting 71 people, where we had overdoses resulting in 15 deaths, and 12 of those were opiates. So far this year, we've had 6 deaths, but 5 of them are opiates. So we're down significantly, but we're also seeing the Narcan being used, and there's a lot of awareness and resources available out there.
So it's happening here. It's not just, it's a nationwide problem. I mean, you guys are dealing with this and seeing this here. Can we back up to just what is so addictive and why has it become such a problem, even if it peaked a couple years ago?
Sure. It's the opiates, the way they change the brain, and I'm not by any means someone who is a SME on that type of stuff, but it's what it does to the brain and how it gets you addicted. But thankfully is maybe not the right word, but opiates, there's medicine that you can use to try to help with that, whereas meth, there isn't. So there's a lot of resources in our community. A lot of people think of First Link as like a suicide hotline, but they also have resources to help people with addiction. We have the Harm Reduction Center too as well. So there's a lot of things that are available in our area now because of what's happened. We've had a lot of resources and a lot of people coming together to try to figure out how we can help people with opiate addictions. And a lot of times opiate addictions stem from prescription drug use, and we've seen people come together and share their stories about how it started from a surgery and being on pain medication, and then it just kind of goes from there, and they eventually end up on heroin.
You know what, and we're talking about adults right now, but this isn't, our kids are also seeing this as a problem as well.
Absolutely. So sometimes they're starting with, they see older brothers or sisters or their parents are using it, so it's starting in the home, but sometimes it's starting from a surgery that they had, such as getting their wisdom teeth removed or a knee surgery because of an athletic injury. So it can happen to anybody. And addiction has multiple faces. It could be your friend, it could be somebody at church, it could be somebody that you work with. You just never know. But it's really important to look out for those signs. And if you know somebody or someone in your family or friend, someone you live with, they have an addiction issue, help them through it. It's an emotional situation too as well. Go get Narcan. It's a scary thing to have, but it could save a life. And then administer it if you do see an overdose and call 911. We have the North Dakota immunity law that will protect you from getting in trouble, even if you were a user too as well, using at that time. As long as you're calling 911, that person needs help. You stay on scene. You tell the paramedics what they use, when they use, how much, and cooperate.
It's fascinating. It's also scary, but look for the signs and act and help out a loved one and get police involved when needed too.
Absolutely, we're here to help.
Jessica, thank you so much. We'll see you next Friday again here.
Absolutely.
Coming up next, the Tavern Grill is with us to talk about what they have planned for the big Blue Water Bash that's happening next week.